Well, lately we've been hearing the term life coach, but what exactly does that mean and what does it entail? How can someone benefit from life coaching? Well, here with us this morning on The Balancing Act is life coach Dan Weigold to answer those questions and more. And also joining us is Amy D., who has benefited from life coaching, here to tell us about her personal experiences. Good morning and welcome to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Dan, I want to start off with you. What exactly is life coaching?
Well, life coaching is a way of moving people forward in their lives so that they can experience more of what they want out of life rather than experiencing the pressures and the stresses of the everyday world.
Well, you mentioned the stresses and pressures of everyday world now more than ever. I mean, there's a lot going on in our lives these days. Why would someone want life coaching now?
Well, in part because they don't have time to find out what they really want. They're in the midst of their own personal struggles and battles, and they're going, there's something else that's missing. I need to move in a different direction. I need a different career. I need something different in my life. What is it going to be? And they normally don't know how to find it themselves.
And so then who would benefit from life coaching?
Well, just about anyone who wants to make those changes, that's feeling too much pressure in their life. Maybe they're not getting the financial success they desire, maybe the personal success that they desire. So it's anything in those types of realms of experience that they're going, I want more.
You know, it's interesting when you say that. It kind of reminds me of therapy. How is this different from therapy?
Well, therapy is a lot about moving people from the past to the present. So, you know, what can we fix in the past? Coaching is really about not fixing people, but it's allowing them to be what they really are, who truly are, and moving them into the future from the present.
Well, one of those people is Amy here, and I know that you've benefited tremendously from life coaching. Tell me how it's helped you personally and why you think you needed it.
I needed it because I made a decision a few years ago to change my career path and stayed home with my kids when they were young. And now that they're school-aged, I'm trying to figure out, I have a little more time to myself, and I'm trying to figure out now what I want to do.
Well, how did you discover Dan here? and what made you say, all right, this is for me?
Well, I got his name from a friend through a referral, and through my first conversation, I knew that he was going to be able to be very helpful.
Helpful to you. And it's funny because before the camera started rolling, Dan said to me, so what do you think is the most challenging thing in your life? I felt like I was having a life coaching session myself, and I told him really for me it is balancing it all, you know, being a working mother and being a mother, which is my first priority. If I were a client, what would be the requirements of a client, and what would be different in my life as a result of life coaching?
Well, part of what would be different is what do you want to be different? And who's a good client is anybody who desires change. That's somebody that has a really compelling reason to say, where I'm at right now isn't the place I want to be.
So then you have to decide you want to change, and then you as a life coach, you're there to kind of just guide that process.
Right, to facilitate the process and to ask questions that are outside their normal realm of thinking, outside the box. And that gives them a chance to think in new ways or see things more objectively that they haven't seen in the past.
And Dan, I also understand that you have an ebook as well. It's called Life by Design that also helps your clients. Tell me about that.
Yes, it's a short ebook that just prompts people to think about some things differently, ask them some questions about goals, maybe a little bit of inspirational information in there as well as what is going to compel somebody to make a positive change in their life.
Well, I have to tell you, very positive information. Dan, Amy, thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing it with us this morning. How are you doing now, by the way?
Great. I'm really starting to see some of the benefits from it, and it's wonderful to have an opportunity to focus on myself and try and figure out what I want to do.
Yeah, focusing on yourself. So important for us moms, isn't it?
Definitely.
All right, and thanks again for being on the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you'd like to contact Dan and learn more about life coaching programs, simply go to the website danweigold.com.